Hello everybody, this is English for you and a very warm welcome to the studio. First, I would like to introduce my Fazeka students. Gota, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, Szabolcs.
Hello.
Good, everything's fine?
Quite good.
Great. Victoria, how's it hanging?
Great. Thanks.
Great? Okay.
Yeah.
Victor, how are you doing?
Hi, fine, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's so fine.
Everybody's fine. Everybody's happy. That's good. I like your hair, Evika. It's just wonderful.
Simple red.
You are alone.
Yes. You don't? Okay. And Mati, what's the outfit? I mean, it's very strange.
It's a Renaissance clothes
Renaissance.
for Shakespeare.
Right. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Robin Dalghish. Is it the way to pronounce it, Dalghish?
Dalghish.
Dalghish. So the stress is on the second syllable.
Yes, yes.
And we do not have many British actors in Hungary. So how long have you been living in Hungary, Robin?
I've been living here since 1994.
And is it easy for an actor, because you are an actor, is it easy for an actor to learn foreign languages, to pick up foreign languages, like, for example, Hungarian?
Hungarian is a very difficult language. I think as an actor, you're trained to listen to sounds and I use my voice in English, so I think it's probably easier, yes. The grammar's a bit of a problem, though.
Right, so we're going to listen to your voice and not your grammar now, because Robin is going to recite a famous monologue, and guys, your first task is going to be to guess the name of the author. That's number one. Number two, it's even a little bit more difficult. What 7 different parts of a person's life are mentioned in the monologue? For example, is a doctor mentioned in the monologue? So what 7 different parts? Robin, over to you.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in his nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and his bright morning face creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden, quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly with good cape on, lined, with eyes severe, a beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose, well saved, a swirled too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again towards childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Wow, thank you very much. Great. Excellent. I mean, we enjoyed it immensely. So can you come up with the name of the author?
It's Shakespeare.
Victoria, say it again.
It's Shakespeare.
What helped you?
The world is a stage, or yes, it's very famous.
How's it in Hungarian?
Színház az egész világ.
Congratulations. I love you for this. I love you for this. Now, what are the 7 parts that Robin and Shakespeare mentioned here? Viktor, can you come up with some of them?
The first is the infant. The second is the whining schoolboy. The third is the lover. The 4th is the soldier. The 5th is justice.
Which is the judge.
Yes.
That's what you would say now, right? The judge. Yes.
The 6th is the lean and slippered pantaloon.
Which is what, Robin? Could you help us with the sixth?
Well, it's a rather obscure expression. Basically, he's an old-ish man who's now rather thin, rather shrunken, like sitting in his chair, rather short eyesight.
Yes, and the seventh?
The seventh is the second childlessness.
Right, so a very, very old man. What would you call this old man?
A very, very old man.
An extremely old man.
Got no teeth. He speaks like this. His teeth are dropped out. Yes. He dribbles and he has to be fed, and he's just
right.
a death's door, as they say.
At death's door. Fantastic. Good. Now we have the picture of Shakespeare here, and Shakespeare was a dramatist or a playwright. Now we all know that the English language has a very weird and strange spelling, but I think that beats everything. I mean, this one takes the cheese, because somebody who writes plays is a playwright written like this. Can you come up with a sensible explanation for this phenomenon?
Must be a misprint.
No, it is not.
Well, it seems to be an Old English word, which means someone who makes something, because you also find a wheelwright is someone who makes wheels for carts, not much in demand nowadays. And it's an Old English expression. So a playwright is somebody who makes plays. It's a maker of plays.
A maker of somebody. So write used to be a maker of somebody. Shipwright.
Shipwright.
That's it, shipwright. Okay, fine. So this is the explanation for this. Now, a couple of days ago, I asked my kids to tell the short story of a Shakespeare play, but they do not know about each other's play. So, Kota, would you just give a short summary of your play? And your job is going to be to try and find out, Matti, you too, and Evika, you too, the title of the play. And if nobody knows, Robin is going to help us. Okay, so?
Can I tell names of places?
Yes.
So, in Verona there are two families, and they have been fighting each other for generations, but now the two families have two children, a boy and a girl, and they fall in love. But the boy kills the girl's brother, so they can't tell their love to their family, and they want to escape and live together somewhere else, but everything goes wrong and both of them die.
Yes. Would you put up your hand if you know the title? Matti?
Romeo and Juliet.
What a fantastic pronunciation again. A huge red point.
How many?
One, but huge. Okay? Szabolcs, it's your turn.
Yes, a ghost tells the young prince that his father was murdered by his mother's new husband. The prince is doubtful, he wants to be sure, and he doesn't know who to trust in.
Put up your hand if you know. Victoria, please.
It's Hamlet.
Yes, of course.
You agree?
Yes.
Hamlet. Okay, Victoria, it's your turn.
So mine is about a Scottish general who gets a strange prediction from three witches. They tell him that he is to be the future king of Scotland. And he and his wife together kill the king, the real king, and then his wife basically goes crazy and dies. And it's very famous in that too, that the woods start moving. And
Right.
that's how-
Matti?
No idea.
No idea? Victor? No idea? If you have an idea, oh yes, Kata, or maybe Szabolcs. Okay, Szabolcs.
I think it's Macbeth.
Yeah.
Oh, how to pronounce it? Robin is going to help us, not now, because we're going to have all four on the projector. But you are right, but how to pronounce it, it's going to come up pretty soon. Victor.
Okay, so the hero of this drama is a general in the army of Venice, and his ensign he hates him, and he exploits that the general trusts him, and he wakes jealousy in the general of his wife. And in the end, the general kills his wife.
Evika.
Othello.
Say it again.
Othello.
Okay. Again, Robin is going. You are absolutely right. And here are the four dramas. And Robin, using your voice, would you please read out the four dramas?
Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Good. So it's everybody. Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Othello.
Othello.
I've read somewhere that it's, for an actor, it's very unlucky to say the title Macbeth. Is that true?
It is supposed to be, yes. If you say that, things tend to fall on top of your head. There is, actors are very superstitious, and there is lots of superstition in the theatre. One of it is about Macbeth, which is a play about witches and witchcraft and evil doings, and it's thought that if you say the name, then you are putting yourself in the way of hobgoblins and evil things. So it's referred to as the Scottish play.
So they don't say Macbeth, they refer to this drama as the Scottish play. Right. Now, we've already been talking about 4 tragedies, but Shakespeare also wrote histories such as Richard III and comedies. And there are abbreviations, shortened forms for Shakespeare's works. And here you're going to see 4 abbreviations of 4 comedies by Shakespeare. And I wonder if you can come up with the title. Maybe just if you can come up with one of them. You are very, very intelligent. If you can come up with 2, I will be amazed. So can you show how many of them you can? 3? Kata.
The first is the Comedy of Errors. The second I don't know. The third is Midsummer Night's Dream, and Much Ado About Nothing.
Can you believe that?
Brilliant.
Brilliant, absolutely
Staggered.
brilliant.
Lost for words.
Do you think that British school children would be better at finding out the real titles?
It's not possible they could be better than that.
Thank you very much. So here we go, and now we're going to have all 4. And again, I would like you, Robin, to read them out.
So, the Comedy of Errors.
Stop. Can you come up with the Hungarian version?
Something with Viets.
Can anybody help us? Yes?
Tévedések vígjáték.
Tévedések vígjátéka. Good. Robin, would you come up with the second?
The Taming of the Shrew.
Hungarian? No idea?
Absolutely no idea.
Makrancos hölgy. Makrancos hölgy. Okay, the third one.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay, go ahead.
Saint Ivan something.
Yeah.
Look at me. Szent Ivánei.
Saint Ivane.
Good. Szent Ivánei áll. And the third one?
Much Ado About Nothing.
Hungarian version?
Something about Shemi.
Good. Victoria?
Sok hűhó semmiért.
Excellent. Sok hűhó semmiért. Good. Right. Fine. Are you doing... You've been working for the Merlin Theatre.
I have.
Are you doing a lot of Shakespeare plays?
Not a lot, but we did a Midsummer Night's Dream, as it happened in last September, October. And we may be doing Twelfth Night in the next season.
Okay. You've been listening to my students. Would you recommend them to go and see one of these plays? I mean, would they be able to follow the plot and follow the language?
I would recommend, because the Dream specifically, we tried to make it a modern version. You can't get away from the language being strange, but we tried to make the story clear, and we tried to make it funny. There was lots to look at, lots of goings on, lots of physicality, and everybody who came thought it was really good, and a lot of Hungarians came to see it, and they enjoyed it, so they must have understood it enough to enjoy it. So yes, I would recommend you.
Okay, so we might be meeting in the theatre, one of your performances.
Perhaps.
We're gonna wave.
Not during the performance,
maybe after,
preferably,
or maybe
yes.
during the interval.
Or during the interval.
During the interval, fine. I'm gonna have 2 word cards here. The first is scene, and the second is act. Which is longer? Szabolcs.
I think act.
What is an act?
No.
Which is longer?
Yes, act. And act is an act consists of scenes.
Right, you're absolutely right. So act is one of the main parts of a drama, and the scene, during a scene, there's no time change and no change in place. Can you come up with the Hungarian versions for these 2? Matyi?
Act is felvonás, scene is jelenet.
The second red point. Big one. Good. Okay, here we go. And as you can see, you can see numbers, and here on the projector there are famous phrases, Shakespeare phrases, and the Roman numerals refer to the number of the act, And the Arabic numerals refer to the number of the scene. So you can see that it's Act 5, Scene 1.
I thought it's the date of the performance. No?
No. I'm going to take away 1 red point, so be very careful.
Okay.
Right. Robin, would you read out the first one? And if you know the Hungarian equivalent, put up your hand, will you?
Well-roared lion.
Helyes a bőgés, oroszlán.
Fantastic! Helyes a bőgés, oroszlán. It's from
I think it's from Midsummer Night's
Midsummer
Dream.
Night's Dream. Excellent. Midsummer Night's Dream. The second one.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Szabolcs, please.
Országomat egy lóért.
Shout it.
Országomat egy lóért.
Yes. From the tragedy of Richard III, right? And the third one.
This above all, to thine own self be true.
Mindenek fölött légy hű magadhoz. From Hamlet. From Hamlet. Right. Okay. Good. Now, Shakespeare and British school children. What would you say to this, Robin?
It's difficult. Shakespeare is difficult. The language is difficult, and I think most British school children would say Shakespeare.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Shakespeare in drama schools, because you've been to a drama school.
This is a different kettle of fish. Shakespeare is on the syllabus of every established drama school because he's probably the most famous, possibly the best English playwright, possibly in the world, I don't know.
Robin, do you think it's the Globe Theatre?
It's either the Globe or the Swan.
Yeah, I think it's the Swan Theatre.
It's very similar to the Globe,
Yeah,
I think.
what's so special about the Shakespearean theatre?
Well, he would have written plays for a theatre like this, which is round and open to the elements. And people would have sat around the outside, but they would also have stood in the middle, in the pit. And that could have been very noisy. They would have been very noisy.
Yeah, everybody was talking.
They were always talking and joking, and there were
Right.
chickens in there and all sorts
And-
of pigs.
Let's go back to your drama school. And I think you used to do role plays or improvisations, you would call them.
Yes.
Now, Victoria, would you come next to me, please? And you're going to be, Robin, would you go to the other chair, please? And meet your dad, okay? And the situation is this. You want to go to a party, and you're going to go to that party.
Yeah.
But your dad is not very happy with this idea. He's going to put his foot down saying no, but you're going to go anyway.
Okay.
So would you sit next to Robin, and you can start, bye-bye, Daddy, I'm leaving.
Bye-bye, Daddy, I'm leaving.
Oh, no, you're not. Will you please come and sit down next to me? I have some words to say to you.
Oh.
I really don't think you should be going out tonight. You go out far too much. You spend all your evenings out partying with friends, and you never ever do your homework.
My gosh, I can't believe that. Are you really serious about that?
I am very serious about this, yes.
I mean, I don't believe you were young as well.
When I was young, which is rather a long time ago now, when I was young, I did my homework, I stayed in, I listened to my parents, and I did what they said. If you carry on like this, you'll never pass your exams, you'll never get into university, you'll never get yourself a good job.
Come on, Dad, I don't think that my whole future depends on this afternoon.
No, this is symptomatic, though. Every night you're out, and weekends, I hardly ever see you at
it's just
weekends.
not true.
It is true.
No,
You may not
I'm
think it's
going
true.
anyway.
Will you sit down here?
No, I won't.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
It would
Now,
be better if you would say that you come with me.
okay, now what we're going to see here is a fantastic picture of a film version of Death of a Salesman. This is Willy Loman, a salesman at the age of 63, and he has just been fired. And he thinks that his life is a total failure. And you can see his son, his eldest son, Biff, at the age of 34, he's trying to find himself. He hasn't got a job, he hasn't got a family. Again, no success. And there's a terrible tension between them. Now you're going to listen to Dustin Hoffman. He's going to play Willy Loman, and John Markovich is going to play Biff Loman, and you're going to listen to the film version. Group 1. Why does Dustin Hoffman feel that he knew Willy Loman's character? Group 2. What is the combination of feelings that exist in the Hoffman's family? Okay? Shall we have the clip, please?
My father, who is still alive today, feels that when he sees the play that he is not Willie, but the feelings of not being appreciated, the feelings of never reaching what he felt he deserved are similar to the emotions of that character, so that though I never felt I was right for the part, I always felt that I knew that character. And unfortunately, the relationship that exists in the play between Willie and his sons, in a sense, has never vanished from our family, though I am now in my late 40s and my brother is in his 50s. It is that combination of tremendous love and yet alienation.
Kata, could you help us with the first question?
Yes, he said because his father was feeling these feelings all the time, and this relationship hasn't gone out of the family.
Yeah, not being appreciated. Good. Group 2?
It was a combination of tremendous love and alienation on the other hand.
Fantastic, Victoria. Alienation. When you're becoming separate from somebody who you used to love, getting farther and farther away. Could you come up with a good Hungarian word for this?
Elidegenedés.
Elidegenedés, elhidegülés. Good. Right. Thank you very much. Now you're going to meet the director of the play, Mr. Volker Schlöndorff from Germany, I believe, and he's the director of the film version. What is he saying about the scenery of the play? You know, the painted background, furniture on stage. What is he saying about that? And group 2, what are going to be true? Okay, and this is the first time the director gives his ideas about the play. So listen to this.
Now, how all this will translate on film, we don't know. This is an experiment. I think I'll only try and help how best we can what has been so successful on stage put on film. You see that these walls don't quite fit. It is not so much that we wanted to make an economy, but but to make clear from the beginning and all the way through, this is not a real house, because if you have that much reality, you don't need that many words anymore. This being a play, a reality should be created through the words. If the reality is there anyhow in front of the camera, they don't need to talk that much, and it doesn't fit together then. You will contribute greatly by creating reality through your performance. Everything should be fake, except the emotions. They'll be true.
Right. Szabolcs.
Yes, he said that they make reality through the words. It's not an economy, but it's not too real. But
Yeah.
it doesn't.
So the house is not real,
Yes.
and everybody will see that it's not real. And what are going to be true, Victor, please?
Just the emotions.
Yeah. What would you call this, Robin, this first briefing? Would you call it when the director first meets the crew?
Yes, it's a kind of briefing. There'd probably be a read-through of the script, and then people would chat to each other.
Yeah.
And
Was it a familiar scene to you?
yes, yes. Yeah, it's a good idea. It gets, everyone can meet each other. You can meet the director. You can hear the director's ideas. You read the play, or the script.
Right. And now you're going to see the climax of the play, the clash between the father and his son. And your question is going to be, what has Biff, the son, realized about himself? Okay, let's have the last clip, please.
Why am I trying to become what I don't want to be? What am I doing in an office? Making a contemptuous, begging fool of myself when all that I want is out there waiting for me the minute I say, I know who I am. Now, why can't I say that, Willie?
The door of your life is wide open!
Pop, I am a dime a dozen, and so are you.
I am not a dime a dozen! I am Willie Loman, and you are Biff Loman!
I am not a leader of men, Willie, and neither are you. You were never anything but a hard-working drummer who landed in the ash can like all the rest of them. I am $1 an hour, Willie. I am not bringing home any prizes anymore, and you're gonna stop waiting for me to bring them home.
You vengeful, spiteful mutt.
You, Pop! Pop! I'm nothing! I'm nothing, Pop! Can't you understand that? There's no spite in it anymore. I'm just what I am, that's all.
What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Why is he crying?
Dad, will you let me go for God's sake? Will you take that phony dream and burn it before something happens?
Well, I can see your faces. I really can't watch this part without having tears in my eyes. I don't know how you're feeling.
It's very powerful.
Fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic performance. Okay, so what has Biff realized about himself? Victoria, please.
There was a clash between them because the father said that they were what they were. They were individuals, and the son said they were nothing, just one out of a million. And
Yes, and thank you for this, because we're going to have our last idiom for today that Biff said, "I'm a dime a dozen," which means that I'm nothing special, right? Would you use this dime a dozen in British English?
No, dime doesn't appear in the English money system. 2 a penny, I guess, would be the English equivalent.
Yeah, because a dime is a 10-cent coin in the United States. 2 a penny is the same. And would you use 2 a penny?
Yeah, it means it's cheap. There are lots of them. Yeah, it's common.
Right. Okay.
Not special.
So we're going to have all the words now. Would you please, Machi, for your third rat point, would you try and come up with the English version? Drámaíró?
Playwright.
Right. With W-R-I-G-H-T,
Yeah.
and?
Elhidegülés, alienation.
Beautiful pronunciation. Good.
Díszlet, scenery.
Good. Again. Very nice.
Minden bokorban található. A dime a dozen, 2 a penny.
Dozen. Everybody,
A
please.
dime a dozen.
Everybody, please. A dime a dozen.
a dime a dozen.
Robin, thank you very much for being with us. It was fantastic. We started with Shakespeare and we end up with Arthur Miller, but I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much and see you next week.
Thank you.